Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Today is a very, very special day. It's Youth Day, and we're here on our platform. As you know, we come every day, Monday to Friday, and Monday we've got Rev Water. Tuesday, it's Dr. Sunshine with Mindset Change, and Wednesday is a market day. Friday, we've got our Dr. Nelly, where we come to she just makes us do the things that we want to do with that spirit of I can. And on Friday, we've reserved it for healthy tips. So today is a very special day, Wednesday, 12th March. As you say, normally it's a market day. It being Youth Day, we decided to dedicate the day to the youth. And in this dedicating to the youth, we have made it such that we feature our own mentee. And on this Youth Day, we celebrate the energy, we celebrate the creativity, and we celebrate potential. That potential that young people have, where they can actually be that go-to person to do the things that they want. So the potential of our young people. As we honor this special day, we also recognize the importance of empowering our future leaders. Happy Youth Day to all the youth. Happy Youth Day to all the youth. Can we have somebody saying good morning, happy Youth Day, happy Youth Day? Can we wish the young people a happy Youth Day? Can we use, happy Youth Day to you, everyone that is young and thriving, everyone that is making things happen, everyone that is really making us be in this space. The theme for this Youth Day is Voices Amplified and Innovation Ignited. The reason why we actually brought in our mentee this morning is because we are saying, can we amplify the voices of the youth? Can we ignite their innovation? And this is why it is that we do this, what we're doing this morning. So I just want you to clap for, if you have a youth in your home, can you clap for that youth? Can you amplify their voices? Can you ignite their innovation? Can you really make those things that you want to do to just make them happen? Have a message for you that says, charity begins at home. I have a passionate, young entrepreneur whom we are featuring today. Before I introduce her, allow me to say to the young leaders, innovators, and change makers today is your day. Today is your day where you can be thinking of how can I make things happen for myself? Who do I need to engage so that my things can start to happen? How am I going to make sure that this is what it is that I need to do? And can you just say, please, I need your support. I've got a dream. Help me have this dream done. And if you do not have, where to go, we are here to make it happen for you. May your voices be amplified, your ideas ignited, and your passion unleashed. Empowering the youth, empowering the future. This Youth Day is the day that we have made for you so that you can make the things that you really want to work on. So at SBM Training and Consulting Institute, we believe that charity begins at home. As part of our succession planning and commitment to developing the next generation of leaders, we are excited to launch our Sustainable Business Mentorship Academy with our own leading the team. So this academy is designed to provide guidance, support, and valuable insights to our young talents, helping them navigate their careers and unlock their full potential. Through mentorship, we aim to foster a culture of knowledge sharing, collaboration, and growth. If we don't grow, if we do not collaborate, then it's going to be very difficult for us to actually do the things that we want. So our Mentorship Academy will provide a platform for our experienced leaders to share their expertise, experience, and wisdom with our young professionals. This initiative will not only benefit our organization, but also contribute to the development of our community. To inspire and motivate our young professionals, we will be inviting a series of guest speakers who are making significant impact in our respective fields. So today on Youth Day, meet our guest. I want you to put your hands together. Meet our guest, Sampa Salome Mwansa-Chilambwe, a talented entrepreneur and innovator who has developed a solution-based tool called Digibusiness. She will tell you all about it. All I can say is that Digibusiness SBM Group is a beneficiary, and SBM Group is a beneficiary to this our amazing a tool. So Sampa's journey is a testament to the power of innovation and entrepreneurship. I think Sampa has dropped off. Okay, I'm sure she will come through again. So this Sampa has a journey that has really made us who we are, and we are so proud of what she's doing. And as we sit here where we are good to make sure that what she's going to talk about is good. So Sampa, welcome to today's session. Welcome to today's session, where we really want you to decipher some of the things that you've been doing, so that we can see how you can also inspire other people. I'm very happy to host you as our free Mentorship Academy, and I hope that you can be organized and be helping us to talk to young people on Wednesdays. And I know that you have been my mentee since you were born. It would not be appropriate for me to introduce you. So I would like you to introduce yourself and give us, you've got all the time that you need. Today we've got the whole hour to discuss on this Youth Day. So welcome, Sampa. You can go ahead and introduce yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, as it were?
Good morning, everyone. As correctly introduced, my name is Sampa Salome Mwansa-Chilambwe. I am an entrepreneur first and everything else second. I love innovation and everything that comes with it. I have developed a platform called Digidirectory. It's an online directory for mompreneurs. I'm a stay-at-home mom that is developing something that also provides other stay-at-home moms and other mompreneurs with opportunities and resources that they need to execute what it is that they would like to do. I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and I think this is what has also helped with my tenacity towards business. I've been in business for quite some time. I've tried different businesses, but this one somehow feels right. It's like everything that I've gone through has helped me to get to where I am now. So it's a testament to the journey that I've had and continue to have. So the vision of administration skills and is something that SMEs. It's sorry, just a minute. Who's at the door? It's something that all SMEs need, be it accounting or bookkeeping or anything like that. Those are the things that I provide. I happen to have entrepreneurs in the family. So like my mom owns SBM, and now SBM Training and Consulting Institute, of which I run the administration side of that. As SBM TCI is actually one of my clients, as well as SBM Printing. And this is testament to the fact that when a young person is very clear with their vision, it's easier for the people around you to support, because they know where to sit and what it is that you can do and what you can provide. And also the consistency of what it is that you keep saying. My nephew always says that repetition removes doubt. So I think I've iterated and iterated and iterated. What it is that we do is provision of administrative services. So if it be it your compliance or your general bookkeeping, credit control, all that is done. And how the model that we use is we get in interns, and then those interns are then trained and then deployed into your organizations. So what this does is not only does it contribute to employment, but it also allows you to have sort of a seasoned intern, as opposed to having an intern which you also need to manage. It's tedious, I can tell you that. And a lot of people think they can do it, they can't. Because interns are coming raw, they're coming with so many ideas, but they need to be put. Ideas need to be bottled up and put in a way that contributes positively to your organization. So that's what we do. Provide administrative skills. We make sure that the person that you've hired is executing exactly what you want, because then they are joining a train that's already moving. So as they come in, they need to find a way in which they fit without disrupting the train that's already moving. I think a lot of young people don't necessarily have that skill yet, because a lot of them are coming with a lack of experience. I happen to have about 10 years banking experience, 10 years plus banking experience, and not banking experience like what? Banking experience in the Nigerian banks. I'm sure those that have worked for Nigerian banks understand what it is that I'm saying. They have this way of training you where you sort of touch all the points that you need to touch. It's called a graduate trainee program, and it's intense, I can tell you. And I think that has also helped with the way I run an organization. I like there to be no room for ambiguity. So what this does is that it even provides the people around you with sort of a roadmap as to what it is that you are trying to do. Like mentioned, SBM, TCI has a mental change program that it supports. And this, it helps you, like, challenges are every day. They call it noise, or we call it noise. Noise is everywhere. Just now, my kids were supposed to be in the house. All of a sudden, I hear a knock on the door. It can be destructive, but once you know how to handle that, it becomes something which you just embrace and say, okay, what is it that we need to do to make sure that this is done correctly? And this is the passion behind Digibusiness. I have 3 kids, all of them under 5. So you can imagine how much work that is. And I just can't say, oh, okay, I've got this meeting, I have to get up and go. No, you have to make sure, oh, okay, do they have their food? Do they have this? Do they have that? So I implore you to not give up on business. It have a lot of noise, and sometimes people don't necessarily understand to say, okay, this is what you need, and this is what it is, and this is the other. But I can tell you, we can do it. We have what it takes. We do so many things, and I think this is where we come in with Digibusiness, is that we here to help you streamline what it is that you have. Some people might want to sell clothes. We have someone who can mentor you. SBM is a renowned brand. If you sell clothes, you don't know where to get stock. You run out of stock, you can come up with some sort of commission where you come and get stock. We write it down what it is that you have. We write down what you've taken. You go and sell it. You make your cut. You bring our cut. These things, we have to use the resources that we have available. Right now, Zambia is we're going through one of the hardest times. But what it's taught us is to come up with solutions, come up with things that work. We are sitting on so many opportunities. And these are things and what it all boils down to is administration. And that's what we offer. So that's what it is. I just noticed that when you come out of senior, it wears you out. So I'll be asking my mentor to be asking the questions so that I also don't lose track of what it is.
Okay. We can say you have explained well with the with the who you are and what you do. We just want you to, can you explain how the Digibusiness Solutions works and what problems it is solving for businesses?
Okay, so Digibusiness is solving, at the nutshell, in a nutshell, it's solving administrative pains. Administrative pains covers a multitude of things. Administrative pains includes HR, marketing, planning, budgeting. It covers credit control, accounts receivables and accounts payables. It covers, I happen to have a double major degree in economics and management. So I feel that's where the strength come into your institution and know, okay, we can reduce this, we can make this more efficient, we can do this, we can do this. And, with SMEs, we can do, and sometimes the way messages may not be received as it's supposed to be. But I tell you that all SMEs, even large corporates, suffer from administrative stress. That's that at the end of the day, they suffer from administrative stress, and there's always a more efficient way of doing things, always. So this is what Digibusiness does. It not only digitizes your operations by allowing you to onboard onto our digital platform, Digidirectory, but also it provides administrative services. It's a partner for business growth. So if you find that your business is stagnant, or your business is just starting, or your business is at growth stage, we are the correct partner for you. What we also do is we engage interns, we interview on your behalf, and then we bring them into your institution, and they sit on our payroll, and we provide that service through them, because then we're able to give them checks and balances, we're able to appraise them, we're able to make sure that what they are doing feeds into the business, and also keeping track of what it is that they've done, what it is that they're doing, what are their KPIs, are they meeting those KPIs, what is it that they need to do. Also, let's say you need a bookkeeper, we're able to interview that bookkeeper or be part of the interview process so that we know exactly the pain point that your organization has, and execute that accordingly. People management in organizations is taken very lightly, but it can cause the downfall of your business. So this is what we come and do, is we provide administrative skills. Every day I'm getting phone calls, especially these days, from companies where I am, and they're saying, oh, this is great. We didn't actually realize that this is a pain point that we had. I said, oftentimes the things that go unnoticed are the things that create harm to your business, because you will not take it as seriously until now it's serious. So that's what it is.
Okay, I can relate to what you're talking about, because for sure we've got some pain points and slowly they are coming to an end. So we're so happy that we've got you to organize us in that area. So how did you come up with the ideas for Digibusiness, and what was the development process like?
Okay. Digibusiness it started as, it's been evolving over the years. Started as Kickstarter, then evolved into Salome, and then now it's under Digibusiness Zambia, and all the time it's just been snowballing into what has happened now. It's a brilliant business, and it comes from a pain point. Like I keep stressing, business is supposed to solve a problem. If you're in business and you're not solving a problem, it's harder to push that border up the hill. But if it's a problem, then you even start saying, "Oh, okay, not today. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that," because you are so overwhelmed with the clients that are coming on board. So how it started was out of passion and noticing the pain points. Like we said in our introduction, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and I've noticed over the years what the problem is. And I also mentioned that I worked in the bank, and you find that a lot of clients are coming to the bank and saying, "Oh, okay, we need a loan to improve the operations of our business, or we need working capital, or we need this." Meanwhile, it's because of administrative stress. You go in there, you solve their admin problems, you find that they actually didn't even need the working capital or didn't need the funding at that point. You find that the business was leaking, was hemorrhaging money, because the inputs that you're putting into your business and your outputs, there's a mismatch. So obviously your business is going to get under fire. So that is where it came from. Is that just helping you manage your business, helping you plug where the holes are, where the leakages are happening, so that you're able to then control the flow of your funds and improve the efficiency of your business.
Wow, that is so cool. And when you actually speak about the way just that time passes and you find that you've got all these issues that you could have avoided if you were structured. So
Yes.
I think that's really a good thing that we want to hear. And how are you feeling that this is actually empowering when you take away this pain? How are the clients feeling that they have been empowered and they've actually come out of their pain?
Clients are feeling great because first of all, the businesses that I manage are compliant, especially at the point on which I get into the business. From that point onwards, the businesses are compliant in terms of all their tax obligations, their returns. They're compliant in terms of their NAPSA, their NEMA. They can go to the hospital and access medical cover. These are things that might necessarily be not necessarily seen, but they are felt.
That is super. So what are some of the key features and benefits of using the Digibusiness platform?
The key features and benefits, first of all, peace of mind. Yes, you can sleep at night knowing that Digibusiness has got your organization's back. You can sleep at night knowing that your NAPSA and NEMA and all these have been sorted out. You can sleep at night knowing that you can concentrate on the growth of your business. You can also put your products onto our digital platform, which we're still in the process of developing until it's perfect. It's going to have e-commerce capabilities. What that means is that even a mom like me can, on her computer, be able to upload her product, and that product can be purchased and then delivered to you. You don't necessarily need brick and mortar anymore, because there are more efficient ways of doing it, and there's ways of cutting down your operational costs. So that's what we do: is we increase efficiency, we cut down operational costs, we manage your stakeholder relationships as well, because then if you're able to pay your suppliers on time, your suppliers will be happy and give you better days in which to offset. We're able to do your bookkeeping. We're also able to, there's a lot of there's a lot of youth that are sitting at home with nothing to do. So we engage those as interns. So we are also as paid interns, I should mention. We engage those as paid interns and create employment. And let's say we attach you somewhere and you're happy, and also the organization is happy, it means then now you become a full-time employee. So those are the key benefits.
Wow. Yes. And we were laughing, yesterday, if the other day when we were saying, so how are we going to be able to do this? And the way you just solved out like we were paying so much for having many, platforms for our website. And all of a sudden we said, what are we going to do? You picked up the call and solved that problem. So I think these are some of the true areas and the actual things that are actually affecting businesses where you want to do this, you're paying so much when you can actually pay very little. I think that is very, very commendable. And I give you a high five, a high five.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So when we talk about this entrepreneurship and innovation, because, and I know your name in the mindset change is the innovator, just how can
Yes.
what advice would you can give to young entrepreneurs who are just starting out? How can you, help them to actually come out with the things that, they need to do so that they can start to make it?
For young people, I would say be willing to pay for what you want is number one. Paying might not always be financially. Paying can be your time. Paying can be just the interest. I've heard so many times people say, oh, okay, no, only if it's free can I participate. Oh, okay, only if it's this can I do this. But you need to be willing to give what you get, which is something that we're always talking about with my mom, Dr. Sunshine. I'm always saying, okay, look, you can't be expectant that someone will be willing to provide you this platform or this opportunity if you're also not willing to give something back. And this is what a lot of young people suffer from. It's always me, 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 me. What is in it for me? What am I going to do? But in that process of me, what are you giving? What do you have to offer? It's always, oh, okay, I don't have anything to offer. No, you do. You have your time. You can assist. You can say, okay, my auntie has a company. Maybe what about if I help her making calls? What about if I help her answering calls? We live in a time where there's a seriousness that contributes to an organization which feels like there's more than one person. By that I mean, let's say I call Digibusiness and I'm the one who answers. It'll be, and let's say I offer Digibusiness services to someone and I'm the one following up the money. It's, there's a question mark. They say, you can't run an organization and you're the only person that is doing everything. It means you're not, one, empowering others. It means, two, you don't have relationships. So I feel it's important to learn to offer your services as well. And then eventually those services can be paid for. I haven't always been paid, but it's because now I've developed a skill which is monetizable, It's now seen and felt that this is now a service that someone can pay for. Dr. Sunshine just came from saying that I saved her about 50% of her invoice value, So that, who wouldn't pay for that? Who wouldn't pay for someone that comes into your business and makes it more efficient? Who wouldn't pay for someone who makes sure that your business is compliant properly? Because if you don't do it well, also the business can be penalized because you're not doing it well. But I've established relationships in all these statutory bodies, NAPSA, NEMA, ZPPA, all these places, so that if anything needs to be done, it's done well, effectively and efficiently, and with minimal resource wastage. So I feel as youth, let's create relationships, let's nurture relationships, let's learn to offer and not just to get. And then when you're at the point where you can charge, then you can charge. And even the person you're charging will say, okay, yes, I can pay. I might not be able to pay right now, but you can invoice me and I'll be able to pay the invoice once the funds are available.
That's so key. I like it where you say young people should be able to give their time, only their time. But sometimes it happens where you, the person that wants the service, you're the one that is calling them, you're the one that is begging them, you're the one that for you to teach them so that they could actually come and do something better when you start paying them. I mean, money is shy, and I think you can agree with me. Money is shy to come out if your services are not felt. No one wants to pay you if the service is not felt. And I like it when you say you are felt and you engage and you make things happen. Because if we can have the youth, because I remember we also even fight about this where I'm always saying that the youth, not they don't make you feel that or what can you say about those youth that don't make the person that is helping them feel them that they've got something to offer? What advice can you give them?
The advice that I can give is nurture your skill. There's so many free platforms where you can learn a skill. I might not be able to name them right off the top of my head, but then there's a lot of free resources available, especially these days. Also, ChatGPT is very AI. Now there's even AI on your WhatsApp. So if you don't know something, you can ask AI. You'll be surprised that you can even ask AI, oh, okay, what are the steps that I need to do to execute this task? I have been engaged as a realtor, for instance. I've been engaged as a realtor to sell property or to get rent or to get tenants that are going to be paying rentals. How do I go about this? ChatGPT will be able to give you a rundown list of how to do that. So it's important to seek out knowledge. Right now, in this time, the biggest thing that you can offer is knowledge. The biggest thing that you can have is knowledge. It's so important that you seek out knowledge. The most knowledgeable person is someone who right now is generating income. Look at all these billionaires that we follow, all these Elon Musk, all these Amazon, all these, what they have are platforms that where people come there and they make their platform run. They don't own the stock. They don't own all these things. They don't own them. Yango doesn't own vehicles, but they create that platform on there where you can register your vehicle and then they get a commission of that. It's a game changer. Information is a game changer. Seek out knowledge, create platforms. It's like I've created now a platform. It's a database of women in business, more especially stay-at-home moms, who can upload their stock or what it is that they're selling onto the platform and be able to engage. And we are also looking for sponsors, these large corporates that can come on board and support this cause. Support, because women, we are the decision makers, whether men like it or not. We are the ones that if you're going to buy a type of rice in the house and you come with the wrong type, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems because you're purchasing the wrong type. So what does that mean? It means women are decision makers. Youth, you go home with the wrong juice for your child's school, they won't take it, or they'll take it to school and they'll be looking at the teacher like, "Mom didn't pack me juice." Not that you didn't pack juice, but because you packed the wrong one. So it's important to understand that knowledge is power.
That is so true. And you know, a lot of us mistake networking for success as a cost. Um, how would you actually, empower by actually emphasizing the point that networking is costly, but you must pay the price so that you go and get, because no opportunities will come where you are unless you are really networked, for those types of information that you're talking about. So knowledge, you have to network. Like we sent out a lot of invitation, to the people that we want to, to see, but or to hear or about this opportunity that Digidirectory is
Digibusiness.
offering. Yeah. So the beauty about this network where we are is you anytime that you can come and click on it, you'll be able to actually be able to listen to to this program. It's not free. We've had to pay for this platform, and I think this is what Sampa is talking about. That we have to invest. Invest. It doesn't matter what you're investing in, but invest where you know that there is value, because you cannot get value if you do not invest in the value that you have. So, in saying so, how do you stay innovative and ahead of the curve in your own industry?
Wow. That's, it boils down to seeking information. It boils down to seeking information. It's I think last weekend there was an event here, and I had to analyze to say, okay, what would the audience be like? You have to analyze your audience, and this is what I underwent the WEAC program just recently. Um, and they taught us how to analyze audiences, analyze your niche. You just don't go there with a generic document or a generic presentation and think that you're going to engage your audience. You won't. So for me, it's seeking out information. So say where I'm going with this is we had to analyze to say, okay, the audience is going to be 50 plus women, and 50 plus year old women have got children that are my age, right? So what then will they want to listen to? What then is going to make them wake up? What's going to make them, make them want to purchase your product, or make them want to purchase your services? You have to understand who you are speaking to. So this is what I did, and it went great, because I understood the audience that I was speaking to. So I think it's boils down to information, really, having the correct information for you to execute what it is that you want to do.
That's so super. Yes, and I was part of that audience, and right now we're actually working on how they can pick up some of those initiatives that you have, and I'm sure some will be getting in touch with you. So that was really great. You gave, and now you're going to get some rewards out of your information, because it's the information that people act on. If there's no information, no one can act on anything. So I just want you to speak about what are some of the biggest challenges you've faced as an entrepreneur, and how have you overcome them?
Oh, big challenges. um, I'll give you one example of a challenge that I have overcome. Not too long ago, I had a business that grew to about, I was servicing about 100, almost 200 clients, and doing about an annual revenue base of about 25 million kwacha or so, somewhere there, yes. So this was a revolving fund, and unfortunately, you can't trust everyone, and doing business. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to say don't do business with family, but don't do business with family. Okay, be selective with the be selective with the family members you do business with. Yes, I think that's a better way of saying it. I had to learn the hard way that not every person should be your client. Sometimes it's okay to say no. Sometimes it's okay to say yes. So I've learned that we need to be able to choose your clients wisely and also pray about every decision that you make when you're getting into business. Business is cutthroat. And I think that's why they call it sharks. There's a program called Shark Tank. Everybody is out for blood. So for me, it's about knowing where you stand. It's about knowing what it is that you want to do and do it well. About mistakes and if
You're a little
maybe
bit
you're not
breaking.
doing.
You're a little bit breaking. Maybe you
Oh,
need
okay.
to. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Is that better now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So I was saying that, it's like babies. You fall down 10 times. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop trying to walk. You carry on learning to walk. It's the same thing in business. You can fall down many times, but it's not the number of times that you fall down, but the number of times that you get up. Even these billionaires that you see around, they've fallen, big falls. But what differentiates them from winners, what differentiates them from unicorns, which I'm going to be amongst the first few unicorns in Zambia with my digital platform, is that it's the number of times that you get up. And for me, I think I am very tenacious and perseverant, and um, I have got big dreams. I've got big dreams, and the goodness with my dreams is that they might seem to someone looking out from in, maybe I touch many things, but if you look at it with a closer lens, you will notice that the things I touch are always amongst the same things. They always revolve around the same things. They always revolve around administration. They always revolve around creating resources for SMEs. They always revolve around. So my big why is to partner and see the growth of the SME industry in Zambia, more particularly SMEs. I'm a big advocate for mompreneurs because I know we firsthand as female entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs who are mothers, are the ones who can actually see the growth of a business through. We are the ones who nurture a child from pregnancy to delivery, to breastfeeding, to starting school, to teaching your son how to write or your daughter how to write, to teaching them how to read. All this, if you look at it with a closer lens, you will notice that there's a very big similarity between nurturing and running a business and nurturing and growing your child. There's very close similarities. So who better to run a business than a woman?
Wow. When you say that, yes, I remember when you were going to the WEAC a thing, and then you called, Mommy have been picked to go and do this thing, but my maid has quit, so I don't know what to do. And I said, oh wow, um, it's a baby that is so small, and you can't even leave it anywhere. You need to be with it, because when you're with the maid, at least you carry the maid and you carry the baby, and you didn't have that. I really prayed hard, and I just said, okay, carry the baby to where you're going. And I just want you to, because those are the things that bring young people, young mothers, because they're saying about the W people. And I just want you
Yes.
to encourage other people about what the real things that happen, on the ground, because people think just because it's who you are and things are easy. I just want you to actually share that it can encourage someone, out there.
Yes, absolutely. You know, like she's rightly said it. I had to go to the interview with my daughter, and she was in the basket, and the people were like, "Oh wow, you've come with your baby." I said yes, and she is my lucky charm. And lo and behold, I was selected. And they said she was a very big factor as to why I was selected, because they saw that I am someone who doesn't give up, someone who doesn't see obstacles. I'm someone who overcomes obstacles to make sure that you then can execute what you want to do. Um, and then there was actually someone who was inspired and started coming with her daughter as well. So for me, I've impacted one life. I've impacted one more female SME who had a young baby. She didn't know how to go to the interview, but she started carrying her baby as well. And luckily, I didn't have to continue carrying my baby, because then support came in because of that. But the initial interview and going to the first class, I had to go with my daughter, and I was actually selected amongst the 20% of the people that went through the program to then do the pitching. And this for me is testament to the fact that don't see obstacles, see them as opportunities to shine, see them as opportunities to showcase what you can do, see them as opportunities to show people that this is actually what it is, that you are ingrained to be a victor. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor of your circumstances. There is no testimony without the word test in it. You can't. How are you going to have a testimony if you've never been tested?
Wow. Wow. You are a testament of your own world. That is kudos, kudos. I'm so proud of that, special moment that you had, where you had to make that test and go with your baby, and then you did pass the test. So we come to mentorship and succession planning. How do you think mentorship programs like our Sustainable Business Mentorship Academy can support young entrepreneurs and professionals?
Okay. I think we are always saying this with you, Dr. Sunshine. I think there needs to be a marriage or some sort of agreement amongst the older women and the younger women, where we say, okay, the older women have got the resources and the younger women have the time. Um, and both can then come together and say, okay, the ideas and this, it's okay to fight. Fighting is normal. Fighting is good. Fighting creates opportunities. It creates environments that foster change. You can't become a butterfly without getting into that cocoon and breaking out of it. You can't everything. You can't even just in the wild. I've been watching National Geographic, and the way these animals go from being a baby to being an adult is horrific. I'm glad I was born a human. But yeah, if nature itself is so cutthroat, if nature itself is so, um, it's everything is a fight. You have to fight to survive. What is it called when there's adrenaline? Fight or flight? Survival
Yes,
of the fittest.
survival of the
Yes,
fittest.
yes. Meaning that you have to prove yourself worthy. You have to prove yourself worthy of the opportunities that come to you.
That is so cool. And I remember, even you mentioned the animal world, where even the strongest, the way the mothers guard their children, or whatever it is, the way they guard, the way they protect. And I was just
Mhm.
thinking, they would protect, but when a calf is being born, or when whatever is being born in the animal kingdom, it immediately starts to walk. And
Yes.
you can imagine that that is what we're talking about, that we are protected. We as human beings, we need to be nurtured, we need to be mentored, we need to be, we need to join those networks that make us grow. And this is for me when you say, mentorship shorten the learning curve and help individuals navigate business challenges with support from experienced professionals. Because this is what it is that we must engage when we are talking about how mentorship can help, and how programs like the Sustainable Business Mentorship Academy, which we want you to run this. We want you to be able to say, this is where I came from. And the real examples that you're giving are really something that I know is going to help someone there. So what advice would you give to organizations looking to develop their own succession planning and mentorship programs? I know you talked about the partnerships, but how can this really happen? Because I know this, even when I was going to the UN, 2 years ago, we got this put together, and I know you were the one that was really putting in the meat to say this is what, because you feel it. And for me, who is the who wants to mentor young people to replace us, because we're not going to be here forever. And for me, for us, you and me, to actually have this strong relationship that is going to help other people as we go through, is what it is that we need to really nurture and make sure that it comes out as we intend. So that Business Mentorship Academy, how do you think, or what advice would you give to organizations looking to develop that, their own succession planning and mentorship programs? How can this synergy come through?
Okay. There's a lot of mentorship programs out there, but I can tell you one thing that most of them miss is the listening ear. A lot of mentorship programs are there, and they are coming with the information and then feeding it out to the mentees. But what I feel is missing is the listening ear. Times have changed. It's not only technological advancements that have happened, but the world in which we are living in has changed. Before, you could leave your child to walk from here to the shops about 1 kilometer away, or 2 or 5 kilometers away. You can't do that anymore. It's not about the fact that your child can't walk. They can walk, they run. How in the playground, I'm sure they can even reach Kabwe just playing in the playground, the amount of energy that they exert. But the safety aspect of it, to walk from here to 5 kilometers away, is impossible. The world has changed. So we need to also learn to change with this world. We need to be able to create a new world. So how do you create that new world? Is by listening. You listen and you say, okay, this is what they are saying. How can I, with my experience, then turn this into something which they can then use? So, listening to each other, listening and coming up with a middle, creating synergies. Not everybody's got something to say. Everybody's got something to say, and what someone has to say is valid. What it needs is a situation where you need to listen and then execute, as opposed to executing and then listening. It reduces resource wastage, and it improves efficiencies.
Wow, that's good. And I know this is part of the mentorship that we do through the Mindset Change program. How do you think that this is linked to how we can move from where we are to where we want to be? You are a strong advocate of mindset change. So how does this link to actually us managing the things that we want to happen?
Mindset change is an ongoing process, and like I always say, is that someone that comes with a changed mind into the Mindset Change Progress course program, and someone whose mind is changed during the program are two different people. Someone who already has a changed mindset is just coming to reinforce what it is that they know. They're already part of the growth mindset. They're already someone who leaves their jacket at the door. They don't come in with ego. They don't come in with this. They don't come in with that. They come in willing to listen. And that's why I said listening. This is something which is not just listening like with your ear, listening, active listening, and doing something about it.
That is wonderful. And this is why we actually even say that mindset change is for people who are already busy. They're already doing things, but they just need a structure so that they can be productive, they can be efficient, they can be effective, they can be able to manage their time, and they can also be able to retire knowingly of what course that they're going to get, and also to prepare for their people that are going to succeed them. So in conclusion, in our concluding thoughts, is there anything else you would like to share with our audience today?
I would like to first say thank you for the opportunity to speak, and thank you for believing in me. Thank you for arranging that there's someone to take care of the babies whilst I'm in the interview. I don't take it lightly. Also, thank you for just overall helping me through the process of mindset change. After what happened to my previous business, I was a very broken person, but I can feel that I was actually not being broken. I was being put in a cocoon, waiting to come out as a butterfly.
Into the oven.
Into the oven. Yeah.
You're now stronger. You can cut you up and eat small pieces.
Yes. So even like wherever I go, I've now learned, the presence that I carry. Someone actually said, yes, the presence that you carry is very big. I said, what do you mean? I said, no, you sound way taller than you are when I see you in person. When I see you in person, you're like, oh, it's a little person. I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes. My aura is way bigger than my stature. So it's because of the confidence that I have, thanks to you, and the support system that I've had, is that now I'm now coming out of it and just becoming a better version of who I am.
That's so special.
And
I know, yeah.
And I'd also like to implore everybody to check the website. We'll share the URL, but it's Digidirect. So directory, it's Digidirect, DIGIDIREC. Digidirect. So you can .com.
I've put it in the chat so people can see it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, I know that you are building, this Digibusiness. So what next for you? And I know there's going to be an opportune time for you to be able to manage what it is that you want to do. So what next for you and Digibusiness?
What next is we are now at the point of targeting sponsors, sponsors between $5,000 to $20,000, just so that we can also roll out the platform effectively in preparation for the launch. We'll be launching next quarter, and I implore large organizations to come on board. So we've targeted different industries. So especially predominantly those ones where women shop there on a monthly basis. So if it means it's the FMCGs, you can come on board, the banks, the radio stations, they can all come on board and support this cause for not only women, but the youth as well.
Oh, that is so good. We are big on time. We are exactly 1 hour on the show and would like to thank everyone for coming on. We will try and see what we can do for the Wednesday so Digibusiness can be able to help us manage our audience and manage, administer our platform and see how we can grow and support one another. So we're very grateful for today. And please go and share to the world that, the challenges, you can turn them into opportunities, because without the challenges, you don't have the energy to carry on. And this is for the youth. So go out there and there was someone who was saying the youth are always just marching, and after that, there's nothing. This is why we decided to be here instead of marching, and say we can give some information to the youth so that they can be able to join our Mentorship Academy, and we'll be able to engage. As long as you are willing to give in your time and you're willing to do your best, we'll be able to place you somewhere where you can be able to thrive through Digibusiness. So thank you so much for today, and have a great, blessed Youth Day. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Sampa, for this. I've learned a lot myself.
Thank you. Happy Youth Day.
Happy Youth Day to you. And Sama, the link is still on. I'm pressing, it can't be pressed. Are you there?